Hello learners, in today's session we'll be learning what are the essentials of selling. Now, we all know that selling is so important, but to sell in a single manner or alone is a very difficult job. So in this session, we'll be learning how do we build a sales team. We'll also see how sales forecasting works, what is something which is known as marketing mix, how does sale and marketing mix goes hand in hand. We'll also be learning about budgeting. Apart from that, in the entire thing, when we are seeing there is a sales team which is built, how do we allocate territories to them? What is quotas in territory? And we'll see what is performance management in their sales team. Apart from all this, in the last session, we'll be learning what is the contrasting difference between retail selling and industry selling. I just hope that this vast thing will be made you understand and you learn something from it. Let's go ahead. So now that we're talking about essentials of selling, the core important point is to first build a sales team. Now, to have a sales team, it's very crucial that we have a proper recruitment, a great training and development initiatives. Apart from this, all the team has to be motivated and the incentives have to be given on time. The biggest team which can stay connected is only due to two things, that is communication and collaboration. Without these four things, no sales team can perform better, neither can the business be successful. So, we understand that recruitment, training and development, motivation and incentives, and communication and collaboration are core things to build a great sales team. Now, when we talk about sales and marketing mix, there are four core P's of marketing mix: product, price, place, promotion. But as the civilizations happened, so did the marketing mix changed and they turned from number 4 to number 7. Let's take individually what are the marketing mix and how does sale depend on this marketing mix. So let's carry on with the first thing, that is product. One has to really ensure that the sales team is very well versed with the features and the benefits of product or the services so that they could be positioned effectively. Now, when we are talking about the product, if the sales team is not aware about the nitty-gritty of the product, neither will he be able to make the customer or the consumer understand what the product is, because he himself is not sure about the product or the service. So, the first thing is the team should be well versed with the features and the benefits of the product or services. The second is promotion. It's very important that there has to be a coordination with the marketing team so that they leverage the promotional campaigns accordingly, and the sales message has to align with regards to the promotional campaigns so that the qualified leads could be really converted into the actual customers. The next two P's are place and price. When we are talking about the price, it has to be understood that there has to be a seamless way where the price has to be converted and covered in all the scenarios. At the same time, the distribution channels and the pricing strategies will help to provide the customers to have a seamless purchasing experience. There are 4 different ways where the planning can be done. The next P that we are talking about is planning. That is the goal setting, the territory mapping and forecasting. Why is goal important? Because without goal, one will never be able to reach what the successful measurement is all about. So, the business strategies has to establish clear and measurable sales objectives that has to align with what the goal is. Post that, in planning, it is very mandatory to have a territory mapping. One has to analyze the customer data and effectively allocate the resources so that whatever sales territories have been mapped, accordingly the sales team will work on that. And without forecasting, neither can we predict the future sales performance, but also one has to realize that the historical data and the market trends will help the team to understand what the forecasting goes where and how the sales will be performing. Now, when we're talking about sale forecasting and budgeting, we need to understand that we are looking from the business perspective. The first thing is, it's a very data driven approach. One has to leverage the customer data, the market research and the industry. They are the benchmark where one can really develop the realistic forecast which can help the sales to increase or decrease. Without understanding the trends where the market is growing and going, the industry will not be able to understand the sales forecast. Then comes budgeting alignment. Everything revolves around money, they say, and so one has to ensure that the sales forecast and the budgets are aligned so that the business financial plan goes hand in hand. The third thing is ongoing monitoring. When we are talking about the data driven approach or budget alignment, it won't work if we are not regularly reviewing or adjusting the sales forecast and the budgets according to the market condition. So, if you see this, these three are interwoven and also they are not independent of each other. They are all interdependent. How do the sales people manage the territories and what is quota setting? So, when we are talking about territories, it means that where the customer data and the potential market has been defined and there are territories which can really define the optimal sales which can be mapped according to the goal setting. When we are talking about quota setting, it is important to understand that to achieve the sales quota, it is based on the territory potential and also the capability of the team. Unless and until they both are not matched together, the quota will never be able to set. And the last is performance monitoring. One has to regularly review and adjust the territories and the quotas so that there is a continuous improvement. Because when we are talking about performance monitoring, there may be time when the sales could be achieved at a greater sense and there will be few bleak months where the sales will not be achieved as per the targets which have been set. Performance monitoring and adjusting the territories with the regular review helps to understand the quota and the territory definition which can be mapped accordingly. Now let's come to the new topic that is known as retail selling. The first is exceptional customer service. When we are talking about the customer service, any customer has to feel that there is a personalized and a shopping experience which can help to build the loyalty for the customer. Because in this competitive world, there is hardly any difference in any of the product or the services where the person is delivering. So, what makes a customer loyal is the shopping experience, how personalized and how engaging the customer service can be given. Then comes product expertise. One has to understand that in-depth knowledge of the merchandise will effectively match the right customers with the right product. Only after that, the product expertise can help the retail selling. When we are talking about the sales technique, it has been proved that effective sales strategies and cross-selling can really increase the average of the order value. So, exceptional customer service, product expertise and great strategies can help the retail selling. What's industrial selling? There are 4 points in industrial selling. The first one is consultative approach, second is technical expertise, third is relationship building and fourth is complex negotiation. When we are talking about the consultative approach, one has to remember that a personalized and engaging shopping experience can really help to have a industry selling. But here, when we are talking about industrial selling, it is not only about the shopping experience of the customer, but the retailers, the shop managers, the store managers, they help to make them understand that which industry can gain a great thing and how do they engage into shopping experience. Then comes technical expertise. A depth of knowledge of merchandise can help to match the customers with the right product. When we are talking about relationship building, it also means there is a cross-selling and also strategies which can help to have a mapping between the retailers and the industries also. One has to navigate, integrate procurement process and negotiate the favorable terms from both the parties. Only then can the industrial selling happen. So, when we conclude this, we understand that there are 6 things which are very important. First, we need a great high performing sales team. That sales team has to align with the marketing strategies and also with the goals that they have kept for themselves. There cannot be any achievement of any strategy if there is no proper planning process. So it has to develop a comprehensive sales planning process. How do we plan a process? It has to be data driven, it has to be forecasted, and a proper budget should be allocated for it. And to maintain and manage the sales territories and quotas effectively, there has to be a tailor-made approach for the retail and industrial markets. I just hope that whatever we have learned today in the essentials of selling will help and add value to your life. So in this session, we learned that how do we build a sales team? We also learned what are the 4 main P's of marketing mix, that is product, price, place, promotion. But with the changing era and the changing landscape of the scenario in and around us, there were 3 more P's which were added: the physical evidence, the process, and the another P called as people. We also learned what is territory, how are the quotas in territory that work. We learned how do we monitor the performance of the sales team and what is the difference between retail and industrial selling. I just hope that whatever we have learned today, you have understood it and it has value added to your life. Thank you.